everyone to round 7 of the Iracing.com V8 Supercar official online series presented by Bigpond Sport, Extreme Sim Gear and Direct Clutch Services. Jay Kennedy and Stephen Sandman Clark bringing you all the coverage of round 7 of the Iracing.com V8 Supercar series. G'day Sandman.
G'day Jay, looking forward to this. I don't mind Twin Ring Motegi. It's got quite a few different turns, 30 laps around here. The guys have definitely got their work cut out for them.
Yeah, we'll see a lot of side-by-side, door-to-door action, your favourite thing, pit strategy, and an endurance race. So we've got it all shaping up for a big night tonight.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Like 30 laps, these guys, I think it's somewhere around the hour mark that these guys got to tackle. And like you said, pit stops thrown into the equation where the guys sort of take into the consideration with the tyre strategy and all the rest of it. So it should shape up to be a really good race.
Yeah, really looking forward to it tonight. And joining us for our hot lap preview, we've got Scott McLaughlin. G'day, Scotty.
Hey boys, how you doing? Thanks for having me.
Pleasure, mate. You did the very, very first hot lap we did at V8sonline, so we thought appropriate to bring you back for the last one of the year. So thanks for coming along.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'll give you guys a brief outline of how we do it. I'm not that fast this week, but I'll try my best.
First of all, I guess a big congratulations for this amazing year for you this year.
Yeah, cheers. Yeah, it's been good. We obviously wrapped up the V8 Supercars Championship in New Zealand, and then the next week grabbed the Dunlop Series. So we had a good day, and it couldn't have been even better. I started my first V8 Supercar race on the Sunday after winning the championship. So yeah, very happy.
Didn't even get time for a celebration drink.
Yeah, I know. I was lucky I didn't swig out of the bottle, tell you what.
I was actually looking on the podium. I thought, is he going to have a drink? He might end up with a drive. And then all of a sudden you were. So
yeah,
that was the highlight of your career, that race?
Yeah, the
weekend
main
anyway.
race. Yeah, the whole weekend was crazy. I was quite lucky on Saturday, and I just kept my nose clean on Sunday, and then I thought I was all done, and then all of a sudden it's I'm being thrown into the deep end, so it was pretty cool, and following Russell Ingall for a little bit there, and other people, was quite fun.
Of course, it didn't end there. You signed up to GRM, so you actually hear that you're going to be a Mexican now. You're moving down to the Big Smoke.
Yeah, yep. I'll be moving down to Melbourne. I just signed a 2-year deal with Gary Rogers Motorsports, so yeah, I'm looking forward to my first main series year, and learning heaps. But I'm so looking forward to moving down to Melbourne. It's gonna be. I love that place. So apart from the weather, but it's good.
Hey, don't make our Victorian weather. It's beautiful here.
Yeah. I'll give you sort of a brief outline.
Yeah, go for it, mate. Talk us through what you're up to right now.
Yeah, just give the tyres a bit of a warm up, get everything sorted, and then start tackling this track. It's a pretty long track, nearly 2 minutes, 1:53 I think that we're doing. So I'm actually on a race setup at the moment, so I won't be exactly too fast, but I'll give you guys a brief outline of what we do and what gears we do and where we brake. So coming down here, 5th gear on our approach, looking for the 100 meter board. Down 2 gears, sometimes 3 gears, depends on your entry. Short shift to 3rd on exit, a little bit of slide there, but try to be as smooth as you can. Up to 5th again, braking at the 100 meter board again, down the box, down to 2nd gear. Make sure you get right into that apex. Nice and easy on the gas. It's gonna heat up your right rear tyre pretty heavily. Up to 5th gear again, and looking for the 100 meter board. Down to 2nd. Just pull it up, get into the apex. Again, nice and easy on the throttle, which we'll be doing all race. I short shift through here up to 5th, just to look after the tyre just that little bit more on exit. Then braking again, down to 3rd. It's a pretty tough complex here. You can wash wide quite easily, and it stuffs up your exit out of here. So nice and smooth. Leave it on the limiter, braking at the 50. Hold it tight. Nice and easy on the gas, saving as much tyre as you can. Up to 4th gear on the limiter. Down to 2nd. Hold it tight. Very important run out of here because of the long straight. is the only place where you get up to sixth gear. Down here, looking for the 150 meter board. Braking, tough brake into here. It's going downhill as well, so you got to be on your toes. And the last complex, again, a very tough part of the track. Third gear, second gear. Nice and easy on the gas, getting a good exit. And that's a very slow lap of Motegi, boys.
Well, I think I've worked out where I've gone wrong all week. Thanks heaps, Scott. That was not a bad lap. As you said, a race lap, so not overly quick in qualifying speed. Yeah, what are your thoughts on this track? Do you enjoy it?
Yeah, I think it's pretty good. It's pretty fun. I don't know if the
Especially when you're
camera's
going around in circles.
Yeah, nah. Yeah, it's pretty fun, and I just haven't had that much practice this week, so unfortunately I think I might not be able to run the championship into the championship because of my move. I've got to pack all my simulator stuff up tonight, pretty much. So it's a bit unfortunate.
Yeah, we touched on your pace, mate. You're sitting in 6th at the moment. Qualifying, well, the last qualifying session for this round is just around the corner. You're going to attack that and have another crack, maybe, and maybe try and make some gains.
No, I'm going to work on a race set. I struggled a fair bit in the race there, so I'll try and work on a few race set, do a longer run, and see where we're at. I've sort of half lost motivation just because of not being able to run the series, so it sucks a bit.
Well, good luck, mate. Thanks heaps for joining us again, and thanks for being a big supporter, and all the best for the future, and all the best for the move.
Yeah, cheers, boys. And I'll be back on next year and giving it a crack when I can. Thank you.
You're always
Cheers,
welcome
Scotty.
to come and join us too, mate.
Yeah. I might do a bit of commentary, I reckon.
Hey, we've done it before.
Yeah, always a welcome in the box, mate, anytime you want.
Oh, I hope. Yeah, but I'll say that. All right.
See you, mate.
Yeah.
An interesting race, this one, Sam, and I don't know if you've been able to see a few races this week, but the racing's been really, really tight and close this week.
Yeah, I think it's characteristics of this track too, because it's so wide and all the rest of it. You know, these guys can really have a good crack at these turns and make some late dives and all the rest of it. And it does sort of provide a little bit of room for side-by-side racing, which is fantastic. So, yeah, I think it's definitely got all the ingredients for turning out to be maybe one of our best rounds.
Yeah, it's always great to watch the guys here. There's lots and lots of side-by-side action, so it's really, really good fun to watch here. We actually saw in the early race tonight, sorry Sam, in the early race tonight we saw a lot of drivers side by side. We saw Richard Hampstead and Renz Brookman side by side for 3/4 of a lap, and Scott McLaughlin and Corey Slade actually did a full lap and a little bit more side by side. So it was really, really good to watch.
Yeah, from a spectator's point of view, fantastic. I think from a team's point or engineer's point of view, they'd be saying, cut that out, look after your tyres. But no, I reckon we're in for a cracker. And like I said, the side-by-side stuff is just adding to what will probably turn out to be one of our best rounds, possibly.
Yeah, fingers crossed, it should be a fantastic race. Now, at the moment, we're almost time to go to qualifying with Justin Ruggier currently pole position. A little bit ahead of Madison Down, then that's Renz Brookman. So a little bit of a mixed up top three. Justin, been a little while since he's been up the front.
Yeah, it's actually not a bad turn of pace, is it, for him? I mean, he's only got a 10th on Madison Down or so, but that's all you need to get that time at the right time of the week. And we saw just in the earlier race that he's definitely got plenty of pace on board. So, but anything can happen, regardless of your pace through the week and throughout qualifying. You know, it can all come undone if you know, someone makes a gutsy move at turn 1 when all the field's bunched up. You know, we can have all sorts of carnage. So fingers crossed that doesn't happen. And yeah, it should be great to see how this next qualifying session turns out.
Yeah, probably the biggest surprise we've got this week, Richard Hampstead, series leader, is actually way back in 5th position and a fair way off the pace as well.
I like how you say way back in 5th place.
Yeah, true, sorry.
Sometimes
I should be 2nd or 3rd at least, you know, no worse than that.
Yeah, we'll make sure we fix it up with him later. But sometimes I wouldn't mind a 5th place. But you're right. Yeah, his pace probably isn't all that impressive. He needs to find sort of 3/10 if he's looking for pole position in qualifying. But like we said, race pace is a different thing. Certainly little things can happen throughout the race, and people can get caught up in incidents. So the night's not over, but definitely he's got his work cut out for him if the fast guys up front have a nice clean run. That's for sure.
This is our final V8sonline broadcast for this year. This season, of course, will continue over the Christmas New Year break, and we'll keep you up to date with everything that goes on in the series over the break on our Facebook page at V8sonline. Facebook.com/V8sonline. But yeah, we actually won't be broadcasting the first race at Oran Park, which is a little bit unfortunate, Sam.
Yeah, you're not wrong. It's just, like you said, it's unfortunate just the way the dates have fallen, and it's this time of the year where it's Christmas and New Year's and all the rest of it. So I know that might actually inspire me a little bit to get my butt back in the seat and maybe turn some laps at Oran Park. Who knows?
Well, if you're going to race at Oran Park, probably the Monday night race, I don't think will have many people here because it'll be New Year's Eve. So,
oh, beauty! I might get my first win
by yourself. And imagine if you got a win, we never hear the end of it.
yeah, that's right. You guys don't have a choice but listen to me, so that's great. Although Seb might go around and turn my mic off, so I don't know how to handle that.
Oh, you've lost me now. I think we, speaking of Oran Park, we might need to push Chris Tarrant for Race of Champions to ensure that we actually get Oran Park in Race of Champions. I think that might be our best bet to get our first broadcast there.
It's actually probably not a bad idea because, let's not forget, Oran Park's got a couple of different configurations. So it's not always a Grand Prix circuit as we know it, where the V8 sort of ran most of the time. So, everyone may say, yeah, well, Oran Park's on the calendar and we know which configuration. Well, that's not the case. I think there's 3 configurations, 3 or 4.
There's actually 6. So
goes to show I know then.
When you include the little go-kart circuits. So yeah,
there you go. Not a bad idea.
Not far away from qualifying actually starting and us stopping rambling. We're very good at that.
Oh, you're not wrong.
Of course, race of champions not that far away actually, and I'm actually a little nervous because I'm actually having a drive this time, so you can all see how bad I am.
Don't worry, I had my fair share of dramas throughout Race of Champions, although I was pretty happy with running second there at one stage till I got turned around. But no doubt you'll have a ball, and the pressure will be on, mate. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's going to be good fun. I'm not that familiar with other cars, so I'm going to have to do a bit of practice in some cars I'm not that, well, I guess good at, I guess is the right way to say it. Well, I'm not very good at it anyway, but...
the beauty of Race of Champions, though, as you know, mate, no one really knows the car-track combo, so everyone's put in the same boat, and car setups are all exactly the same for people who aren't familiar with the format, and, mate, you'll have the time of your life. I know I was dragged from the car kicking and screaming knowing I wasn't around for the next one, so you'll have an absolute ball, mate.
They're not far away from getting pictures through from qualifying, the final qualifying session of the week. As we said, Justin Ruggier currently pole position, second Madison Down, third Renz Brook. Now, pretty sure Renz has already said that he won't be continuing to push his qualifying, so had enough for the week. He's concentrating on his race.
It's probably not a bad idea either. Look at Ren's time. He's right there. There's nothing in it between him and Justin's pole time. So he can probably safely sit aside and work on maybe car setup or just take a quick breather, which is a pretty smart move actually.
Hearing some reports from the qualifying session, there's a lot of drivers out on track at the moment, so it's going to be a nice busy track. We might actually see our tandem with the ANZ drivers and the TTL drivers trying to work together to get a little bit of extra speed, especially with Justin being P1 at the moment.
Yeah, we touched on that a little bit last week, isn't it? Something that we haven't really seen much throughout qualifying, but there's certainly a decent gain for these guys to try that little tactic because of the long straightaways.
I think that's something that you would have noticed in the hot lap with Scott. lots of really long straights and hard braking areas and sharp corners, so it does have a nice bit of a flow section through the middle, but a lot of stop-start corners as well.
You can see the cars on track. We've got Madison down on screen, and the guys really taking it easy. It's a long lap around here when you're at full speed, and we've spoken about in the past how these guys like to look after their tyres on their out lap. It's a minute 53 for the fast guys around here. So when you cutting around here at probably 60 miles an hour or something like that, it really takes a toll on the time limits that these guys have got. It's only a 20-minute session.
Going to be about 5 minutes through the session before Madison even starts his hot lap. And I think he's got his cut lunch and a newspaper there he's reading as he's going around.
Yeah, it's definitely a decent gain that these guys really benefit from, taking it easy on these out laps, looking after the tyres, because, you really focus on your tyre wear and everything, and keeping those temperatures down for that real hot lap.
It's going to come right down to the wire here tonight. So Justin in the early race tonight, he was really the man to beat. See now a little bit of two-car tandem happening. Justin and Carwin right behind.
So we jump on board the Tats.com Falcon of Madison Down, where he's going to begin his hot lap. He's finally made it round, and it's 4 minutes and 17 seconds, and he's just starting his hot lap now, so fingers crossed he can put it all together and possibly improve on his time. Currently sitting in P2, and he's only a 10th off the pole sitter Justin Ruggier.
Yeah, there's not much in it at all this week. With a 4.8 kilometre track that takes almost 2 minutes to be separated, well, the top three guys separated by a tenth is nothing. So great with this series as always how close these guys are.
One thing I enjoy about onboard cameras and that you listen to the guys throttle. A lot of people think you just get through the turns and mash the throttle to get out of there as quick as you can, but these things can be quite aggressive on the throttle, and it's good to listen to these guys as they apply it just getting through the turns.
As
I say that.
Too much throttle he mashed on there, I think. That's your fault, Sam, man.
Yeah, I'll take that one. Take one for the team.
Getting it in straight away. There's someone we haven't talked about yet this season, but Matthew Hill. More than likely will make his debut in the top split tonight. The main V8 Supercar race.
Yeah, not too bad at the moment. He's sitting in P11 for the moment, so not all that far off the pace, which you'd be fairly chuffed about. And
we've cursed him already.
Geez, it's starting early. It's starting in qualifying. Geez, we're getting our stuff together already.
I like it.
I don't know if the boys will be appreciated today.
Justin's coming into the back section of the circuit. He's the fastest driver on track at the moment, looking at his split times. He's actually pretty close to his pole time at the moment as well, so we'll see how he goes here.
Just that'll burst the bubble of everyone else if he cuts a faster time. So far he's put down a 1:53.456, so it'll be interesting to see what he does across the line this time by. You said he's put together some great sectors, and as he cuts across the line...
Nice and aggressive in that final chicane too.
4.67, so he put down a 53.456, and he's just done a 4.67, so he's right there or thereabouts for his fastest time of the week.
Effectively the same lap time, isn't it?
Yeah, when it gets to that, it's pretty much line of ball.
I think we're with Sean Kelly right at the moment. The V8 Supercar fan group. Falcon.
These guys have done pretty good this season, haven't they? Sean Kelly along with Brad Ryan of the V8 Supercar fan group team. New colours for this season, and they've had some pretty good races throughout the season. Or as we say that, Sean Kelly makes a whoopsie. We're going to get paid we're going to get paid good money, I think, to stop talking about these guys. I
think so. It's the only way we're going to make any, Sam, man.
Let's see if we can jinx Corey Slade down.
Oh, we'll never hear the end of it if we do. Corey's actually done a pretty good job this week. Picked up his first podium in the Sunday night race since his return to the series. And look at that.
Oh, you've done it. You've done it, Jay. Everyone we've spoken about tonight has had a whoopsie, so...
Oh, this is great.
Thank goodness it's our last broadcast of the season, eh?
Oh, I don't think anyone will want us to continue broadcasting.
Let's
Wayne,
check
do it on
out.
screen.
Yeah.
Sorry, Sam, man.
Let's see if Wayne can get a decent lap underneath him.
Probably not now. We've just ruined him. Great to see Wayne out there, though. He does a pretty good job. Doesn't often make it into the top race. Pretty consistent in the second race, though. So pretty good peddler.
Just trying to see on the timesheets. I've only got the top 25 in front of me, but can't see his name there at the moment.
Wayne Hewitt is 55.9 is his current best lap in 41st position.
Wow, that's incredible, isn't it? 55.9 is 41st, but a 55.2 will put you straight into 25th. So there's literally nothing in it down the tail end of the field.
A little bit of a drift there from Nathan Britton coming through the S's. Hearing a little bit of crashing in the background as well, not sure who that was. See if we can flick to Madison down though, because Madison's on a really, really quick lap at the moment.
Uh-oh, that's your fault, mate.
Sorry, Matt. I'll take it now.
Oh, a little bit sideways! You haven't let us down, Jay, you haven't let us down.
Oh my. I'm doing brilliant tonight, I'm loving this. Doing a great job.
Oh, the next one on the Hoodoo list is John Emerson, I think. So far.
Yeah, Emerson is... I've lost it too. Oh, look at that. Here's another one.
You just wouldn't read about it though, would you, Jay?
I'm just going to fight for the rest of this session, I think. Sorry to everyone out there doing laps. Justin's just done a session fastest first sector. Keeping an eye on the times as Emerson crosses the line. He actually ended his lap a little early. Knew it wasn't good enough. Justin Ruggie are fastest on the track at the moment.
I'm scared to say, but looking good so far. He's got it turned in nice. The car looks really settled. His times through the week have been pretty impressive, and so far he sits on top of the leaderboard for qualifying. So, and the way it's going at the moment, he may move that benchmark just that little bit more. Interesting.
You'd think that the guy that's on pole position would be the fastest in most of the spots on the track, but interesting, looking through the times,
no.
oh, right on cue. Justin's actually the slowest at the second speed trap we have on our timing screen. So, second checkpoint, which is halfway through the right-hand chicane, Justin's actually one of the slowest drivers on track through that point.
That's scary to think that he's got more up his sleeve, isn't it?
Well, either that or he's just slower at that point in the mid-corner where the checkpoint is, but interesting that you don't have to go quick to get a fast lap. Sort of what I'm thinking from it. You don't have to go fast to get a hot lap or a fast lap. You just need to time yourself in the right spots. Hit the apexes and then you're on. Go to Clayton Brooks, the manager for ANZ Motorsport.
Oh, he did a good job. I thought that might have been a bit of a distraction with that car coming out in front of him of Corey, but he did a good job getting through that.
Yeah, he actually got that turn, looked really, really nice. Took just enough curb.
Yeah, and by all means, that's no disrespect to Corey. Corey did everything right, got out of the way, but sometimes when you just see a car just flash through a turn, sometimes that can just sort of distract you for a fraction. And but he did a good job. Bit of traffic for him to contend with a little bit
and it's
here.
his teammates too.
Oh, let's move the car. He's got sideways a little bit coming into the entry there, but still managed to. He's going to abort. So there's another one we've killed.
Oh, let's ruin Richard Hampstead's lap. Actually looking alright at the first sector, so sorry Hammer, you're probably on a PB, but we've just ruined it on you.
Yeah.
That's actually the fastest middle sector in the session, so that's a good lap here from Hampstead. He actually could improve and gain a spot here, or a couple, the way he's going here on this lap.
The one thing I loved out of that turn, you could hear him short shift, which is really concentrating on getting that power down. So Hampstead currently all the way back in P5, as Jay would say. So he's hoping to improve on that a little bit more.
Sorry, Hammer. This lap looks really good though. Just enough curb at the final chicane. Great exit out of the final chicane as well. This should be an improvement for Hampstead this week.
53.79 was his fastest, and he's done a 53.76. So, yep, he does improve, but doesn't move up, unfortunately. He needs to be a 53.718 to get past Var Richards.
At least now he knows he's still got a little bit of improvement left. 6 minutes to go in the session, so he's still got time to go out there and do 1, maybe 2 hot laps if he knows that his lap isn't good enough early enough as we go to John Emerson and ruin his lap.
Yep, cameras have done that. Fantastic.
Wasn't our fault that time, John. Blame the director.
Oh, good luck, Wayne. Let's hope we don't bugger your lap up, mate, in the hyperstimulator Falcon.
I think he's actually on an out lap. I've never been so entertained. It's almost like we're trying to ruin people's laps now, Sam. We don't even try to pretend we're encouraging their laps.
Is this V8sonline's version of schoolies? Is this like our muck-up week?
I think it has to be. We've all lost it here. The director needs a drink, I think. He's a little bit excited.
Well, Wayne's gone in deep turn 1, but managed to gather up. It's interesting turn 1 that you can actually get away with running in. You know, it's not ideal to run in deep into turn 1, but you can actually sacrifice the turn and sort of double apex it and have a good run out of there. But looks like he's made a lunch of the next corner as well. So we keep tradition up and we bugger Wayne's lap as well. Yep,
I think Justin's the only one that's done a decent lap because we didn't focus on all of it. Now in all of this, Robert Hartley's the biggest mover we've had at the moment. And quite a few spots. He's now moved himself up to P18.
Ah, fantastic. That's good. He'll be happy with that. Like we said, the times are incredibly close, and a couple of tenths here or there can really move you up the grid. So, well done, Robert Hartley. That's great. Now, this is to the point now where the guys need to really think about qualifying. Now we've got almost 4 minutes to go in this session, so that's pretty much a slow out lap now if these guys want to look after their tyres and not bring up the temperatures too much. So pretty much the lap that they're on now, they either need to get on with it or abort and head back to the pits.
Now Justin's on a pretty decent lap at the moment, Justin Ruggier.
Nice short shift, you could hear that.
Yeah. Coming to the final section of the track now. Past the pit entry.
He's really got that car hooked up. He's nice use of all exit of the corner. 53.492. So it doesn't quite improve, but geez, he's consistent.
It's 3 laps in a row. The last lap he did in qualifying in the last session was enough to get him pole. Corey Slade just behind Richard Hampstead, getting a little bit of a toe down the straight. 54.7. Won't improve his time for the week. Currently in P10, so he's pretty excited to be in the top 10 this week.
Yeah, it's not a bad effort, regardless of anyone who can just get into this top split. It's a decent effort, but top 10, no doubt he'd be fairly chuffed with that. And I think he was fairly happy with his car through the week, and it'll be interesting to see how it all unfolds later on in race 2.
If we can go to Richard Hampstead, who is on a really good lap at the moment. Sorry, Hammer, I've just ruined it on you, but
yeah, fastest time for this session, he's put down a 53.760, almost mirroring his time for the week, 53.798. So it's actually gone a fraction faster, so that's good to see. But if he can keep this lap together and maybe move up a couple more spots, he won't be all that far back.
session best first section of the track. Second sector down a tiny little bit on his best, but he's still fairly close to his time. Lap will be at least around the same time that he did the previous one. Hopefully it'll be an improvement for him.
He's got good drive out of that turn, just coming in underneath the tunnel section. That was good.
Yeah, he was able to get the power down and keep it shallow on the exit, so that was very nice. This looks really good. Good finish to the lap. .38.
Yeah, just missed out on improving there, but again, incredibly consistent. Maybe he's trying a couple of things for race pace, but for later on. But that car does look good.
Go back to our current pole sitter. He's just about to start his flying lap, especially having to do his out lap a little bit faster than he'd like due to a little bit of traffic and not much time left on the clock. 40 seconds to go in the session.
Now,
no, he's taking pit entry.
I was going to say, he probably hasn't got too much to worry about, dying stages of this qualifying session. Madison Downs already left the session. I think Hampstead won't make it around in time now to finish to do another one, so I think he's fairly safe.
I think so. Sean Kelly probably the only guy that can really make a move in the top 10 at the moment, is starting his flying lap. Checker flag about to come out. Checker flag finally out. Sorry, Sandman. Take it on.
That's right, mate. I was just watching Sean's lap. So far, so good, mate. The car looks good. His times have been there or thereabouts. He's only a couple of tenths off what he's put down through the week. But he's got a little bit of traffic to contend with, unfortunately.
Oh, there we go.
Exactly as I say that. Yeah, unfortunate. A little bit of contact there between him and Paul.
We go to Matthew Hill on his flying lap. Actually been a pretty intense teammate competition this week between Hill and Slade. Their qualifying times have been separated by about 2 or 3 100ths all week. They've had a pretty good battle this week, and Slade at the moment taking the advantage with a really good qualifying session earlier tonight. That'll end Hill's lap. Yep. Have some fun for the rest of it.
Yeah, why not?
Slade actually on a decent lap as well.
Yeah, so it's a little bit of bragging rights between these two. Slade just finishing his lap. See what he comes across with. Like we said, he's already sitting inside the top 10 at the moment, so trying to improve on a 54.485, and he'll cross the line with 54.524. So that, I think, is qualifying, as we have Nathan just crossing the line as well.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's qualifying all over. 10 seconds to go on the clock for the guys to finish their laps, but that will pretty much do it. Biggest improver time-wise, Richard Hampstead's gained some time. Robert Hartley's gained some positions. Other than that, I think we ruined everyone else's session.
Yeah, no doubt we'll be getting some threatening emails in the next 10 minutes once the
Wouldn't
guys
be the
find
first
out.
time.
No, it'll just, we'll put it to the corner with the rest of the hate mail and we'll get on with it.
Yep. So Justin Ruggier, fastest in the session. He will start from pole position, a 1 minute 53.467. Best lap for the week, though, 153.456. Madison Down will start from second position from Renz Bookman, Vale Richards, Scott McLaughlin, John Emerson, Mitch McLeod, Sean Kelly, Corey Slade are your top 10. Should be an interesting race tonight. Sorry, I was just about to say one thing we haven't talked about, actually the outside line for pole position. So P2 might not all be that bad a thing here, this track.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, like I said, through qualifying, if the guys sort of bugger up turn one and go in a little bit deep, sometimes you can get a good exit off the second part, of turn 1 too. So, it's going to be an interesting run to the first turn.
We'll be back in about 7 or 8 minutes' time for the main event. Final broadcast for 2012 V8 Supercar Official Online Series, presented by Bigpond Sport, Extreme Sim Gear, and Direct Clutch Services. Starting from pole position will be Justin Ruggier. We'll be back shortly.